Scott Morgan here, Michigan Sports Radio. Joining me tonight is Coach Pete VanKempen from the girls varsity golf team and two wonderful ladies from that team. I'll let them introduce themselves. Go ahead.
I'm Chloe Haddon.
I'm Lauren Davis.
Ladies, welcome to the show. Coach, let's talk a little bit about the season. We'll start way back in the beginning. When do you typically start with these girls and working with the girls? Is it similar like basketball, or where you can work with a couple of them in preseason?
Yeah, so we don't do a lot as a group, although we set up times during the summer where we get together and practice a little bit. Same kind of rules apply for golf as they do for basketball. Summertime's a little freer. We can get together as many people as we want, but we do some in the summer. A lot of these kids play, and they can talk about what they do. Golf's such an individual sport that they work on their own a lot. Then the season starts August 7th. This year it started August 7th with practice, quote, tryouts, and then and then we're going. And our first tournament was the next week. We played up at Crystal Mountain. 2 nights of raininess. The first day of raininess. The second day actually turned out to be really nice. And from then on we were playing, pretty much every week, a couple times a week. Especially as you get later in the season, the way golf is, play quite a bit more often as you get down the stretch. And that's how it goes.
Okay, Lauren, we'll start with you. How did you prepare for this season? Did you have league during the summer? That you play, or do you stick with one course, or did you go out and try different courses for before the start of the season?
I play a lot of tournament golf in the summer, and then me and my friends go play different golf courses like Cascade and Egypt Valley and Spring Lake. We just kind of rotate and play. Okay.
Anything you particularly that you're working on at that point in time, or on your game, or is it you're just playing just to have fun?
I'm in the summer. I work on my swing a lot.
Yeah.
And I work with TrackMan a lot to work on club speed and stuff.
Okay, Chloe, how about you?
During the summer, I'm usually just getting right back into my swing because I had 2 other varsity sports I was in, so I have to get back focused on golf, and that's why I'm really glad I get the summer to do that, because I just work on getting back out on the course and swinging again and just getting the feel for my clubs again.
What's the most part of the game that you really focus in on? Is it putting, the short game, or driving off the tee?
It would probably be mid-game, irons, because if you can figure out your irons, you're kind of set for more things with golf. If you can hit your irons well, you'll be better off.
Yeah. Lauren, how about you? Any part of that game is it that you kind of really focus in? Is it the short game, long game, or, as Chloe said, the irons?
Mine's strictly putting. Usually my putting's pretty bad, so
okay.
I work on that a lot.
So you work on that. Coach, how about you? What do you work on?
In my game, I work on everything. Although I'm at the age kind of now where I like to play a lot more than practice. But I would say for the kids, Chloe hit it right in the head. What set Lauren apart, I would guess from almost every other kid she played, even in the state tournament, was her ability to hit the green in regulation, to hit iron shots crisply in the mud and in the rain, and to hit it the right distance. And that's the hardest part of the game. You watch all the kids on the tee, and they all can hit the ball. In fact, some can hit it much better than us off the tee. I would say even in our league, if you compared all the kids and watched them all, you'd be like, well, but we do, I believe our kids do a lot better job of getting the ball on the green in the fewest number of shots possible. And that's just because they work on their irons a lot.
Okay. Let's talk about you going up, you said up north to Crystal Mountain. You do that every year with
we have done it for the last 3 years, 4 years, something like that.
What's that like going up there?
I personally find it it's the best way to like start off the season because it brings the team together and it's just really good bonding, and it's very competitive, but at the same time we're not really playing for anything like super important. It's not like the league or regionals, or it's not something that we're like going for. It's just like a tournament to start off the season, and it's like super fun just to be with your team the whole time.
Okay. Lauren, how about you?
Yeah, I think it's fun, like, to start off with team bonding and, like, staying in the house together. And then, like, I get to see my other golf friends up there and play with them sometimes, so that's fun. And it's just a good start to the season.
So we start with league play. Who was typically, our adversary, our biggest adversary when in our league? Who do we compete against in your biggest rivalry? Let's go with that part. When you're going out there and saying, okay, this team is going to be the tough team to beat. Who would that be?
Spring Lake.
Spring Lake. Mm-hmm. Are they always that way, Coach, or is it just kind of is it an up and down group?
Yeah, I think they're going to be. I think when I first started coaching, they were the best team, probably one of the best teams in the state, and then they had a little bit of time where, I think these guys' freshman year and maybe even their sophomore year we beat them pretty handily, and now they're back again.
Okay.
Unity Christian also had a good team this year.
So first tournament in the OK conference, did we win? Did we take? We took
third. Yeah, that was our worst round, or not even.
It was
our worst round. Yeah.
Worst round.
Yeah. I don't even really remember it, honestly.
That's always a good thing. How about you, Lauren? You remember that at all, or you just said, okay, we're out and we're going? What was what meet was the most fun that you had as a team or as a player? Lauren, which meet did you really, during the season?
I say Spring Lake because we had a big win at the end. Just hype because we were 8 strokes down going for our last couple holes.
Really?
We came back. Yeah.
Whoa. Okay, you got to walk me through that. How do you come back from 8 strokes down?
I think our top 4 players that scored on our last hole, we all shot, if you take all of our scores, we shot 1 under. In our last hole, our top 4 scorers. So I think that had a pretty big, to do with being behind 8 strokes.
Wow, that's fantastic. Like I said, I play it. I'm not good, but I play the game, so I understand and know that. And like I say, to be down 8 strokes and to come back and win it, that is absolutely huge. What was one of the toughest meets that you were really like, okay, we got to fight through this just to get where we need to,
I would probably say, I don't know if it technically counts, but our conference match, the actual tournament, we really wanted, we had to take first or second to win the conference, but I think we all just knew we could win the conference. We just really wanted to win the conference tournament. And I think we lost by 1 stroke, right? Yeah, 1 stroke again. So I think that one was something that we were just we wanted, but it still ended up fine for us, at least for me.
For you?
Mm-hmm.
Lauren, yourself?
I would say when I had to play Pigeon Creek, pretty sick. That was a bad day.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, that was not good.
No focus there, really.
No. I made it to hole 4, and I'm like, oh boy. Yeah.
You're looking at, I got how many more to go, Coach?
Yeah,
Can
was a tough day.
Can you just bring the cart over here? I don't want to walk. I'm just going to just lay down on the cart and you just drag me to the next hole.
Yeah.
Okay. Coach, number-wise, girls coming out for golf, increase about the same numbers?
I think last year we have 2 juniors that were the only 2 that came out their year, and then last year we had only a couple of sophomores, but then 3 or 4 more sophomores came this year, and plus we have 5 freshmen, I think now maybe 4 freshmen that played. So, numbers are what they are. You try to recruit kids. Some kids start out as volleyball players or something else and then come to golf as sophomores. Some, like Chloe started as a freshman, and and that made her. I mean, that extra year is kind of crazy how much it actually helps, and people don't realize it. That you just have to get out there and see what it's like to really play. Coach Durham, JV coach, does a really good job with our JV team this year, and so numbers are pretty good.
Well, that's good. It's encouraging, like you say, to see that sport, and I think a lot of it has to do with the two ladies, sitting in front of me here. I mean, the success that they're having and showing. And as you and I are both aware, different sports from boys basketball, the more successful that the teams are, I think you get more of the kids that want to play. They want to come out and say. And would you agree, both you? Yeah.
I think everybody wants to be part of the winner. I mean, the thing with golf is, it's just, it takes a special kind of person to really grind at it and work at it, because it can be, as you know, really frustrating. Really frustrating.
Yes, I've got a golf club that has an L in it, so it's kind of, it's just one of those. Like, no. Let's talk a little bit about regionals then. What was your thoughts through regionals, ladies?
So we played on a Sunday, and on the Friday that we were supposed to play, we got rained out. But that was the day, I don't think I've ever been so mentally prepared to play golf in my whole life, because knowing it was gonna rain and knowing that we had a really, really difficult regional, I was I'm ready to play today. And so when we got canceled, I was frustrated, because I'm I just want to play right now. But I spent the weekend, I was we're gonna do good. I did a lot of thinking and just a lot of we're gonna make it to states, we can do this. It's gonna be, we just have to play our normal round of golf. And then when it came to Sunday, all of our scores were super high, even not just our team, just everybody across the board. And so coming short of just one stroke was probably one of the most disappointing things that has happened in my golf career, because it's just we were one stroke away. It's just, and then it's the mental part of the whole week afterwards. I'm just thinking oh, this one shot, I wasn't even thinking on it, I shouldn't have taken that. And then the next shot, and then I'm I shouldn't have taken that one either. And it's just hard to just keep thinking about that over and over again. But what can you do losing by one stroke?
Exactly. Lauren, how about your thoughts?
I mean, personally, I was kind of glad it got moved, because I wasn't feeling too good.
That's what I heard.
And it was rainy, and I just thought that, I was mentally prepared, but I thought that I could get better on Sunday, having some more time. And then I think Saturday night I was able to go to the range for, the first time in a couple days, so that was nice.
Okay. Chloe, you brought up a great point. Golf is one of those sports that's a team sport, yet it relies heavily on what you do individually. And Coach, talk me through some of that, where how do you work with the athletes, where they are individual yet, but it's still a team sport there.
Well, it's, Chloe's probably been beating herself up for 2 weeks now over the regional, and you can literally put one stroke. Technically it was two, because even if we would have tied, we would have lost the tiebreaker. But, you can do that in every sport, right?
Yeah.
You missed a free throw in a basketball game, you missed a kick in soccer or whatever.
Yep.
And I think the key is to always just try to make the next shot the best shot. And people just remember golf, all you have to do is think, right? Swing, and then you think for the next 10 minutes until you get another chance to hit. And especially in a girls' golf match where you're waiting every shot. And actually boys high school, I went to college golf matches that are the same way, 5.5 hour rounds with college kids shooting in the 70s. And so what you got to be able to do is just not think about what just happened and just play the next shot. And that's what we try to do for everybody. And then you just see how you do at the end. That's really what it is.
Okay.
Can't play defense. So
Yeah.
Chloe can beat herself. Like Chloe can say, I should have done this, I should have done this, but like the other team did it, and good for them.
Right. Exactly. There's no way to defend anything like that. So
Right.
that's good. So Lauren, you qualify for state. So congratulations on that. You head to states. First day, Friday, a beautiful day, sun shining, just gorgeous, 75 degrees. Am I correct?
Yeah, not really. It's pretty bad.
How did you get mentally prepared for that? With that weather?
I mean, I didn't think it was gonna rain that hard, honestly.
Yeah.
But I think like my fourth hole, it started raining, and luckily we were on hole 9, like where the turn was, where our cars were, and when the rain delay got called, and I didn't want it to get called, but I thought it was kind of good that it got called so I could like take some time and get my bag dry because it was soaking wet. And everything was just gross, so I just laid everything out in the car and just sat in there with the heat on, and I got warm, and it was great. I just like played some music.
Played music?
Yeah.
Just kind of just chill out at that point in time and everything like that. So then they restart back up. Were you able to just kind of, turn it back on, or, where you were focused back in again and ready to go?
Yeah,
Or-
I was pretty, because I got up and down. I had to chip when I came back, and so I was kind of nervous because I'm like,
Wow.
the greens might not be that fast anymore. But I had a good chip, and then we made par, and I'm like, yeah, we're back.
So then I go, all right, so we go through that day. When did you realize that you were leading? Or do you know where you're at all times? Is there a board kept so you know where you're at, or does coach always come up to you and say, okay, you're sitting in, fourth place, third place, second place, or do you just prefer not to know until the end?
No, I'm looking at that leaderboard.
Are you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I like to know where I'm at because I'm like, it just helps me. Because I'm like, if I'm like one back, like we're going for birdie on the next hole.
Okay, so
So-
yeah, because it's interesting, because like I said, some people don't want to know. I'm that way. I don't want to know what's going on until the very end. I don't want to know what my strokes are until the end, and then okay, there's where we're at, where you want to know right where you're at, so you can attack at that at each given hole.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get done with the first round, you shoot a 70, you're 3 ahead of the person in second place. What'd you think that night? Just kind of relaxed, or were you still kind of okay? We're ready to go.
Yeah, I was pretty chill.
Yeah?
Normally I'm kind of stressed, but this time I'm like, it's good. Like we're gonna go up tomorrow and shoot another good score. So
Do you think that's because you've been there and been there, and had the experience of being at states already? Do you think that came into play? That hey, I've done this already. This is nothing new to me. I know exactly what I need to do. Need to know what to do.
yeah, I think it was like more summer tournaments, like especially like the women's amateur at Spring Lake. Like I knew I was like in a good spot for the next day, and I played really bad the next day, but I still made it. But I was like, I just can't stress about those things. Like I made it there for a reason, and the next day I just need to do the same thing. So
Okay, Chloe, were you there the first round?
Me and 3 other of our teammates went the second day.
Second day.
Yeah, we had school on Fridays and we didn't want to skip, so we went
Okay.
on Saturday.
So you get down there. What do you say to her?
We don't actually talk to her at all
Oh.
until after the round's over. We
Okay.
just let her do her thing, obviously. But we only walked I want to say 12, 13 holes with her, but it was super fun. So
When she was playing, did you know? Because you've watched her play all season. Did you know she was in the zone, as that we call it? Where she's locked in.
yeah, we don't really. I mean, I've never really seen her play other than I went to one of her matches during first couple days of practices. Me and a couple other teammates went and watched her, but we are always playing while she's playing, so
Okay.
we never really see her other than these opportunities.
Okay. Second day starts, and again, Mother Nature is kind of fooling around, just a little bit wet there, or was it dry?
No, it was pit clean in place that day. It was pretty muddy.
Okay. So going through, at what point in time were you actually, at what hole did you say, I've got this, there's nobody going to beat me?
I mean, honestly, like, on my second hole when I made birdie, I'm kind of like, this is done.
That's excellent.
That's what I
think. Yep, you knew it, like, there's nobody going to take this from me, I got this, this is mine. So so did you play more aggressive, or did you kind of, when you were playing those last holes, or did you just stay the same?
Oh, on the last holes, no, we were playing for birdie because I hit a horrible chip on my fourth to last hole, and I'm like, absolutely not. So then the next hole, I made birdie.
Okay, Coach, what were you thinking through that final round?
People don't really think about this. When you coach a team that's good, you actually get nervous for them. I wasn't really very nervous for Lauren, except I thought that the rules of the day on Saturday were not good for her. And she doesn't know I thought this, but she is such an accurate ball striker that she hits in the fairway so much more often than the people she's playing against, that I thought it was a disadvantage for her that everybody could pick up their ball and set it on the ground. Which I think if it would have been regular conditions, she would have won. She probably had the same score and would have won by like 8. Because, she says she says she knew she was going to win. I mean, you can't, like I said, you can't play defense, but 3 under with 17 holes to go and a 5-shot lead at the time is pretty good. And what I try to tell everybody is how impressed I was with her after she had a bad hole every single time, which was only 3, 4, like there's a birdie. And it's 2 great shots, 3 great shots sometimes. And it's really cool to watch. Like Chloe in the conference championship match plays just great golf for her last 9 holes. Lauren plays just great golf for her last 36 holes. And when you coach, that's really the coolest thing.
It is, isn't it? To watch them be that successful, and it's like, man, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, it's just what they worked at all year.
Yeah. So you get to stand on the podium and you're number 1. And congratulations on that for, school history.
Golf? Yeah.
Set the record.
I think you placed every year at state?
Yes.
So we have only had only one person ever place at state before. So even in girls golf and boys golf, I don't know if we've had anybody. So yeah. Yeah,
because I think you were 4th last year, if I'm not mistaken. You were in 4th for state, 3rd or 4th in that zone. Yep. And so I like to look at numbers and everything like that. So I did a little comparison, and I wanted to find out, where was Lauren Davis in the state of Michigan? She was tied for 1st in the state of Michigan. One of top 2 golfers, high school, in the state of Michigan. Congratulations. That was fantastic. Both you tied with 140. You both shot 70 apiece. That just blows my mind. Like I said, playing this game, knowing the frustration of this game, and to see and see the success for that, it's just huge. So now what? Where do you go from here after this, Lauren?
I'm gonna play at Central.
Thank you. My alma mater, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm probably gonna study sports management. And after college, probably do PGM and just see where that goes.
What's PGM?
Yeah, what's PGM, so that our listeners know?
It's professional golf management. So I just want to do something in the golf world. I think teaching would be fun, but maybe college coach. A little bit of me would want to do that, but not much. So.
Okay. Well, but you want to be able to take your experience and knowledge and get out there. Go pro? think you want to try that and go pro once and see what it's like? You've done amateur, correct? You do some amateur stuff yet, or no? Or start there?
Amateur, but like some big tournaments, not really amateur.
What's one tournament that you've had your eye on that you really want to do?
Well, one tournament I really want to win is the GAM Women's Amateur. That was at Spring Lake this year, but that would be really good to win. That was one of my goals this year, but I didn't win.
Came close?
I made the Sweet 16, but
That's
That's all women. And women that can enter in Michigan, yeah.
yeah. Well, that's fantastic. Then it's Chloe. How about you? What's next for Chloe?
Well, finishing out this year, I have basketball and tennis. But then after this year, I've applied to like a ton of colleges, and I've sent out a lot of college coaches to college coaches. So I'm planning on continuing playing golf in college, but I just don't know yet where.
Don't know where. Excellent. You got basketball coming up soon.
Yeah.
When did you start practice?
I think tryouts are the 20th for girls. So
you get a little break
yeah,
here,
right
kind of.
now I'm just enjoying not having anything.
How about you, Lauren? Do you taking a break now after golf? Are you going to take a couple weeks off and then go back at it at some point, or are you going to take the rest of the winter off and just kind of relax?
no, I mean, we're pretty much back at it. I hit the range last night. We're going to be in TrackMan all winter.
Yeah.
So,
Starting for Central, when did they start playing?
they just got done with their fall season, but they start back up in the spring sometime. I'm not really that sure.
Okay. You hoping to be up there by spring, or are you going to wait until the fall and start up there in the fall?
Definitely fall. I
Fall.
don't think I have all my credits.
You wanna start there?
Start early.
Okay. Well, ladies, thank you. I appreciate you taking the time out here to sit down and chit chat. And like I say, congratulations on being number one in the state. And we'll get to see you play basketball, and we'll get to chit chat in basketball. Coach, let's get your final thoughts on this season and these two wonderful ladies that are in front of you.
All of them. I mean, our seniors were Maddie Zimmer, Kaden Bosch, Sylvia Sanford, McKenna Shinborn, Chloe Haddon, and Lauren Davis. And
That's an excellent.
6 seniors, 2 juniors, Brooklyn Michalak and Erica Belzen. I think we're deep. I told the kids all the time, if we could play all 8 people and everybody had to score all 8 people, we'd probably win every tournament. And we have kids that didn't play in some conference matches that are better than more than half the league. And they're just great. I mean, show up for practice every day, work hard, cheer for each other. In matches, Chloe's right, they don't get to see each other, but are happy for each other's successes. And that's pretty cool.
I like it. Nice. We'll talk to you later in a couple of weeks as you get ready for basketball season as well. Getting there, aren't we? Well, thank you, ladies, again. Appreciate it. And like I said, wish you all the best in your future. And like I said, we'll see you hopefully, when I get my emails from Central Michigan, we'll see Lauren Davis on some of the front of the covers. Good luck. Thank you.